Are you looking to bring someone home forever that's going to act as your best friend? Well, then Nuzzles and Co. has the perfect dog for you, and we've got Josh and Chromis joining us this morning. Look at how teeny tiny that perfect little bundle of joy is. Oh my gosh, my whole heart. So he has a very heart-wrenching story, and we've been talking a little bit off camera to just kind of highlight some of the struggles that you've had. Look, oh, he's such a lover.
Yes, he is.
Oh,
Yeah. So Chromis comes from a place called Towac, Colorado. It's the Ute Reservation down there. We got a call from animal control down there and heard that there were some puppies living in some pretty poor condition. There was originally 8 of them. 3 of them unfortunately didn't make it. And Chromis here was pretty sick. He actually had parvo and anaplasma, and I think there was one other thing that I'm not recalling the name of right now. He was really small, so we weren't able to do any kind of treatment intravenously. And he had to be bottle fed. We had a staff member that was waking up every 2 hours, took him home and just kind of given him care. And he was a fighter, but he has officially died and come back twice. Our medical team was really responsive, and the second time they were actually performing mouth to mouth and chest compressions, and he came back to life, and like 4 hours later he was just zooming around the lobby like nothing happened.
oh my
So
gosh.
we're calling the little miracle dog.
Yeah, seriously, what a heart-wrenching story. Now, something else that we really want to mention, because you guys do such an incredible job when you're saving these animals, is when you're going in and you're spending all of these dollars to bring these animals back to life, not only once, but twice, people are not covering the cost of that when they adopt the dog. You guys are literally doing the adoption fee to make sure they're neutered, spayed, microchipped, up to date on their vaccinations. You're covering that in the adoption, but you're not covering all of his previous medical history, correct?
Correct. So like in the case of someone like Crumus here, parvo treatment's not particularly cheap. Also not particularly, it's not as expensive as say cancer or surgery. So he's probably cost us a couple of $1,000, and his adoption fee for an animal under 6 months is $375. So by the time we've paid for housing and food and all the things that go into taking care of him, medical expenses, I mean, the adoption fee is just a fraction of what he's actually cost to kind of rescue and take care of until he was ready to go home.
And the
And
other,
now he's
oh, go
really
ahead.
healthy, and like he was literally playing in the lobby with another puppy before I brought him up here, and he was kind of like, "What are you doing? Like, I'm having the time of my life right now."
I mean, he's so cute. He's so like perfectly calm right now. Another great thing is when you do find these dogs or you do rescue these dogs in these horrible conditions, you're not just going to turn around, send them away, or get them out as quickly as you can. You guys are going to make sure that you bring this dog back to its 100% living condition as best as you possibly can, and you're going to keep the dog with you guys until it is where they can live their best lives, they're healthy enough to adopt, and you really make those differences in bringing these dogs into people's homes.
Yeah, I mean, like again, someone like Chromis, we want to make sure that he's medically sound and safe before we put him in a adoption situation. And then we will keep him as long as needs be. I mean, if it was another couple of months of care and medical needs before he was ready for adoption, then that's what we would do because it's the right thing for the animal. Uh, there's no time limit. We're a no-kill shelter, so we look at it as you're here until we find you the right home. And puppies, most of the time, when someone's looking for a puppy, they adopt, and you kind of they found what they were looking for. With dogs that are a little bit older, sometimes we oftentimes encourage people to do what's called a foster to adopt, which is take the dog home, see if it meshes with your family, or if you have other animals, make sure it's a good fit for everybody. And if it is, then we can finalize adoption. And if it's not, then it's probably not the right fit. So let's figure out a different plan and let's bring that dog back and find a different family for it.
a better family, a better fit for it, of course, which is one of the things that I love getting to chat with you about. It like makes my heart get that like warm feeling, like I just took a really good sip of coffee or something. Like it just warms me from the inside knowing the work that you guys put in to make sure that these animals are in the best condition possible and they're going to the right homes. And I mean, look at this teeny tiny little fluff that you have in front of you. A miracle puppy is exactly the right word. Oh my goodness. Oh, hi, little nugget. Look at you. Look at his foldy over ears.
He's so adorable. Like we've had him running around the lobby here at the ranch, and when people walk in, they just instantly that's the first thing they want to talk about is who is this guy? What's his story? And he's just so adorable. I'm sorry, like black dogs are a little bit harder to see on camera sometimes. His eyes are a little bit more hidden, but in person, I mean, I know he's cute on camera, but he's really, really heart-wrenchingly cute when you see him in person.
His little like
And
white socks kill
exactly.
me.
Every time I pick him up, it's just kiss, 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 and just so loving.
Oh. And how big do you guys anticipate he's going to get?
It's hard to say because I said we had 8 animals with his litter before. There's one of them that's twice as big as he is. I think he is kind of like the runt of the litter because he was so sick and wasn't eating. Um, Parvo attacks the gastrointestinal tract, and so animals have a hard time eating. It can be really devastating. They oftentimes have diarrhea and just inability to, they don't want to eat. And that's why it's so important to make sure that they're hydrated and eating and then treat that. And now that he's been treated for it, like he's safe to be around other dogs. And most dogs are vaccinated for parvo, so it's not really an issue. But where these guys come from, that just that hadn't happened for him. So it's pretty deadly with puppies. And again, answering the question how big, we just don't know. And I think he's going to be a little bit smaller just because of what he's gone through.
He is so cute, and Parvo is so scary. So can we just give some people some tips and tricks, maybe if they haven't come to you guys where they adopt a puppy who has all their vaccines, where they know their puppy is going to be safe. Something that they should do is make sure that they get those vaccines if they're getting a new dog, correct?
Correct. And not getting the vaccines, but maintaining them so that, I mean, if it's been a year, make sure that you're talking to your vet. What do I need next? What kind of boosters do we need? Because, I mean, there's a virus like parvo. Parvo didn't exist and wasn't recognized until like 1978. And it only took a couple of months for it to spread worldwide. It's very, very viral, but it's very, very preventable. So it's so important for those vaccines to happen.
Well, and like we were talking earlier, parvo is a scary thing to treat because it is so inside out, right? It starts with your gut and then it makes it so they can't eat anything or drink anything or keep anything down. And it happens so quickly. I've helped foster many of parvo puppies, and I am so appreciative of the work that you guys do to save these little guys, especially this miracle puppy that you've brought back to life twice.
I mean, when you look into their eyes, you just fall in love with these guys. I've said that before, and I'll say it again. It's just, it's a living creature, and they're beautiful, and they just are full of love. I think a world without dogs would be a really sad world, and a world without puppies even more so.
I could not agree with that statement more. I think that dogs make the world a better place, and you guys do such a good job. Now, let's talk about how many dogs you have and how people can get involved with what you're doing, because you guys have some great volunteer opportunities, some great donation opportunities. So let's just give people some more information on that.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Oh, he's so cute.
He was getting a little antsy there, so you get a little closer, and then he snuggles and kisses, and now he's good for a minute. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of opportunities. The number of dogs and cats is always kind of changing with adoptions here. We do have intake on a regular basis through other shelters that are overcrowded in Summit County, as well as through the res. We do that at least every other week. So the numbers, it's hard to pin down, but I think when I looked just a couple of days ago, we had 144 animals in our care.
Wow.
That includes 3 pigs, a bunch of cats and dogs, some of which are in foster, some of which are here at the ranch, some of which are at our adoption center.
Wait,
So
pigs?
we have 3 pigs, yeah. So there were
Oh my
sometimes,
gosh.
yeah, we started a farm animal program a couple of years back, and with these pigs, people thought, oh, it'd be cute to have a little piglet. Well, those piglets turned into several 100 pounds, and they just weren't something that they wanted as pets anymore. And so, as opposed to having them turn into someone's barbecue, they were rescued and come to the ranch. So we have three. I think they're like 500 or 600 pounds each. Potbelly mixes, and they are available for adoption as pets.
Oh my gosh, do they like people?
Yeah, I mean they're pretty social animals when we go outside. They don't love the winter right now because it's so cold and very windy up here. So we've got their own like outdoor living area, or we built them like a nice place where they can be sheltered. It's got heat lamps in there, and we change out the straw frequently. And so they mostly are just huddled up together, staying warm through this winter.
I love pigs so much. Can I come up there and love on the pigs?
You're gonna have to come up here and visit sometime.
Oh, I'm going to need to now. You guys have a great fundraiser opportunity coming up for people to just get involved, have a great night out, and also help support you guys.
Right. We only do a couple events every year because we're busy rescuing constantly. There's always sort of a deficit between the Christmas time when people are really generous and then kind of our summer gala time. And the reality is our expenses stay the same. We've still got to feed everybody. We've got to keep the power on. So we're doing casino night that's coming up a week from Saturday. Take a gamble on love. Come support some puppies and play some adult games and have some adult beverages with us. Tickets are available when you go to the website on the homepage. You can just click there and there's a link for those. And we're looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to that as well. What a great way to raise some money, keep everyone entertained, and support the puppies. Josh, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us. And I am like smiling ear to ear over this pig situation right now. I love the puppy, but the pigs really.
Pigs are making you really happy.
I love them so much, Josh. Thank you. And we hope that he finds his forever home.
We're looking forward to the day that he does. It'll be, I mean, we're all sort of attached to him, but it's always a happy, happy day when we know that he's going to his home.
I cannot wait, and I cannot wait to hear more success stories from you guys. So thank you again for taking the time to chat with us and introducing us to this lovely little puppy.
Thanks for having us.
Make sure that you check out Nuzzles and Co. if you're looking to bring someone into your home forever, whether it's a dog, a cat, or an adorable pink pig. Make sure that you check out Nuzzles and Co. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show.